How is it that you treat your neighbor? They do not necessarily have to be your physical neighbor. The one you might meet. Meet face to face. Or maybe you do not meet like that, but you still happen to in another avenue. If it is that you disagree from what it is that is your beliefs, does not mean that you must get rid of or anything such as this. You never know. At a moment, you might need a friend such as this. So how is it that you treat your friends that you do not know that are, or randoms, as what it is that you see that they are? Now, if you're able to act civil with each other, does not mean you must separate from each other. One that you do not agree with, at some point, there may be a point that you do see eye to eye. As far as your ideals, your morals, or what it is that guides you to burn a bridge that later could possibly be something that you need. Is that a smart decision? For you never know what it is you might need. Likewise for both ways, though. For that is evidence that is yet to show. I'm sure you can think of many times that a friend, or at least you thought they were not, later on in life, they would have been a great friend to have upon that spot. You just seen them as one you disagreed with, but at that point, you would have agreed with. Carefully pick when it is that you choose to burn a bridge, for you never know when it is that you might need that bridge. So how is it that you treat this random you have never met? Or maybe in physical you have already met. How do you treat them, though? There's a term that I've heard before. Will not say what it is, but it applies to this. Ones that you choose not to associate with, because of what it is that they do, that does not align with what it is that you see as your view. That's the best way I can describe it to you. Have friends in high places, or have ones when there are none to see that are in high places. Wise to remember that. Never know when it is that you might have to use something like that. Of course, though, if it is a certain way, more than likely they will say there is a price upon that day. Bear that in mind as well, though. Depends on what crowd it is. So how is it that you treat ones that are like this? Do you tell them for what it is? But be polite as you possibly can, unless they provoke, to where no longer you can. May or may not make sense to you. But if you have someone that you just disagree on certain subjects that are crucial subjects for what it is that you stand for, you never know what it is that they may be able to help you with, or they may not. You never know that upon that spot. Or maybe something that you can help them with. Why chance it and lose something that you could have if you were only civil? It's hard for me to give an example for this without revealing more than what it is I wish to say with this. But think of someone that you yourself do not agree with, and something that is very important for them to agree with. Later on, you have a situation that they're able to help with. Will they help you? Or did you burn the bridge to where they cannot help you? Does it mean you must cut off all communication as well? You never know what kind of friendships later on might dwell, but you must allow it. So how's it that you treat such ones as this? Ones that you think are not a friend you wish to have. Does that mean you cannot leave the door open for when and if a friendship can be had? Wise decision. Never know what it is that may help you decide a decision. Or other circumstances can affect. What happens if you must cross that bridge to get where it is you must get? To rebuild it is harder than just to leave it be. May become dusty because it's unused, but it is still there, waiting to possibly be used.